And hello there. Thanks for joining us on KXAN Live. This is the Horns Report, and we've got a lot to talk about. I'm your host, Billy Gates, and with me, as always, KXAN Sports Director Roger Wallace. And we witnessed a 35-6 win over BYU last week with the first start of young Malik Murphy's career at quarterback, filling in for Quinn Ewers. And I'd say he did a pretty decent job, 16 of 25, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception that he himself admitted was a, quote, young mistake in post-game availability. Roger, I mean, just from your perspective on the radio side and, seeing everything play out, what did you think of Murphy's first start?
Yeah, kind of a little bit of everything. Like you said, it was interesting. They came out, you saw that completion to A.D. Mitchell there. They came out and they threw the ball every time on the opening drive, which ended in a punt, did pick up a first down. So it was clear Sark wanted to kind of get him into the game. Special teams a big part of it. But I think that the takeaway today, listening to Sark, is he seemed a little less than overall pleased. He was pleased with some stuff. And after a 29-point win, I think that's probably a pretty good indication how good he thinks this Texas team is. He liked that Malik, he said, hasn't really changed his demeanor since becoming the guy, and he will be the guy again this week. He confirmed that. Quinn Ewers still is week to week with his injury. So made some plays, missed some plays. I thought it was interesting when he was talking about the fumble play because when I initially saw it and I saw the replay, I'm thinking, it all happened so fast, and he was turning, and the backside pressure was coming, and there was a missed block. Sark said that's also a case where in practice he's not getting hit by that guy coming in.
Right.
So that's something you can't, right there it is, you can't simulate. And he said next time maybe he'll tuck it away and eat it and take the sack. So those are some things that, you can practice until you're blue in the face, but until it's all live. So it was interesting to get Sark's perspective on that. And the first interception was just bad. It was kind of messed up even before the snap. The game clock the play clock was winding down. But then he made a lot of plays too, as we saw.
He did. That first touchdown to A.D. Mitchell there right before the second half ended.
Here it
dropped this ball in the bucket just right here. Right there in the middle of the end zone that got him for a 30-yard touchdown. That kind of propelled the Longhorns into the locker room, and then second half they kind of took it from there. But as I've been kind of going over different social media platforms, looking at fans' comments on certain Malik Murphy highlights, a lot of them want Malik Murphy to stay as the starting quarterback, and a lot of them are like, "Well, he needs to be a lot better." It's like, what do you guys want? Fans are silly. Like, let's be honest.
But everybody's got their opinion.
Yeah, what do you guys want out of this extremely young player who hadn't started a game in college and was hurt a lot of his senior year in high school?
Yeah, and that's why the fan is short for a fanatic. Everybody's got their opinion, and that's why the game is so popular. And I think there was times where Malik flashed, and there were times where he did a lot of the stuff that I noticed was pre-snap, and it just wasn't quite as smooth, and I guess that's understandable. But again, it is a very significant ball game for a team that's in the hunt for a lot of things. So fair or unfair, and then what we saw down in the red zone, Sark is pulling his hair out because it's kind of become a recurring theme. Is missed opportunities down, especially inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and that all started with Oklahoma getting stuffed on 4 plays with the 1, and then those problems have kind of compounded here lately, and that was one of the things that Sark has addressed multiple times in multiple availabilities. During today's availability, he did talk about Malik a little bit and how, like we were saying earlier, that fumble play where he basically sort of has to feel that rush in a game because he's not going to get it in practice, but he hasn't had that much game experience. So Sark talked about that in today's press conference, so let's have a listen.
For example, the fumble there in the red area, maybe in a practice setting, Malik gets that ball off because the quarterback's not live and the defender has to pull off, and now you can get that throw done. In person, now you realize he's going to hit me if I raise my arm up and the ball's going to come out. And so I think that's a really cool lesson learned for him. We're fortunate that a couple of those lessons learned, we were able to bounce back from. He was able to bounce back from. So we learned a lot there, too, about himself that maybe you don't have to deal with in a practice setting. And we were able to overcome those things and win a ball game, kind of pretty convincingly. But the next time it comes up, the goal is that he doesn't do some of those same things. And so there's an understanding of it's his first time out there, but there's also a standard and an expectation of how we play at the position, and that's what we hold everybody to.
So Sark said, he gets it. He's a freshman. He's brand new to college football, essentially, as far as games go. But at the same time, he's going to give him a little bit of grace. But at the same time, he's a quarterback for the University of Texas. He's a quarterback for Steve Sarkisian. There's a certain level, there's a certain standard that he holds his quarterbacks to. And it kind of sounds like, he expects quite a bit more from Murphy, as we've been saying.
Well, and this was a game that even when Texas struggled, it just felt like BYU didn't have enough firepower, and so they weren't going to be able to overcome that. Well, for a long time it was a 2-score lead because they had, 2 chances down inside the 20 to take it out to 3, and they couldn't. But that's going to be a different story this week with Kansas State, and so they're going to have to make more of that plays. But Malik needs help, just like it's that old give and take. He needs to help his receivers in his offense, and the offense needs to help him. They didn't get to 100 yards rushing for Jonathan Brooks. They got close. But again, and no surprise, right? I mean, BYU's going to say, all right, you're not going to beat us with the run game. You're going to have to throw the ball. Now, what BYU didn't anticipate was a 74-yard punt return to get things started. And then they couldn't take advantage of the turnovers.
Right.
You got to take advantage of them if you're BYU, so Texas got them right back. But again, I think K-State's a much better team than BYU. But I think Malik Murphy will be much more comfortable. Now you get your second week of practice as the starter. Your receivers know a little bit more about what to expect. Your offensive line does. So, again, I think Malik, it'll be interesting to see if he has to lead them on a drive or, it comes down to a couple possessions, what this looks like on Saturday. I mean, this is a monumental game for so many reasons.
Huge game. If the Longhorns are to win Saturday, 11 a.m., it's the Fox Big Noon kickoff game at DKR, Texas Memorial Stadium. If they are to win against Kansas State, which number 25 of the country, coming off of 2 just absolute poundings of TCU and Houston, 41-3 and then 41-0 last week, they're red hot. They've got 2 quarterbacks that can do quite a bit of damage offensively, and they have a defense that is literally 1 point better than the Texas defenses this season. So it's the conference's 2 best defenses going at it, trying to stop offenses that can put points on the board.
Yeah, and it's also the second highest scoring offense behind Oklahoma. And I think K-State kind of has that reputation of, a rough team, 3 yards and a cloud of pebbles in the AstroTurf or something. But they have playmakers. I think they've kind of been pigeonholed into this Bill Snyder type team where they can make some. They got some playmakers, and you mentioned 2 quarterbacks. Will Howard playing pretty well. I think it was 15 of 17 on Saturday. But they've got a freshman, Avery Johnson. He came on against Texas Tech, and this guy is a blur when he runs the football. And Howard's kind of a big, tough guy. But they lost Deuce Vaughn, but DJ Giddens is a really good back. Phillip Brooks is a really good receiver. They've got an All-American offensive lineman, Cooper Beebe. Just Google him, and you'll see a block he put on Houston where their guy's still feeling it today. So Texas has kind of had their number lately, which is a shift from early part of the decade. But yeah, they're gonna have to be better. They're gonna have to complete drives. And they're going to have to make some plays on defense, which they've done the last 2 weeks to get takeaways.
Yep. Kansas State is the defending Big 12 champ until somebody knocks them off.
Yeah, and their losses, they lost to Oklahoma State, not looking as bad because the Cowboys are in that log jam. And then that walk-off field goal to Missouri, oh, by the way, they're 14th in the country. So yeah, it was that early loss, and everybody, oh well, how can they survive again without a premier player like Deuce Vaughn? Lost the Defensive Player of the Year as well, but Chris Kleiman's got him going.
Speaking of losses, the CFP rankings, College Football Playoff Committee rankings, their first edition comes out tomorrow. Texas is, of course, in that group of teams with one loss. They're with Oregon, Alabama. You throw Penn State in there. It kind of seems like they're going to be on that outside looking in of the top 4 spots when those rankings come out tomorrow. So they've got some work to do. Sarkisian addressed that in his press conference. He was a little more dismissive about the rankings, as most coaches want to do. But here's what he said in the press conference about the CFP rankings.
It just seems pretty early to me. I'm shied away from this. I think we got a pretty good football team. And I think that we're a very versatile team. I think the fact that we started our backup quarterback against a 5-2 team and won 35-6, and so we get another opportunity this weekend to play with our backup quarterback. And so, not every team out there has had to endure some of the things that we've had to. And if they had to play with their backup, how would they play? But I think it speaks to the type of team that we have. I'd argue we have the best win in the country right now. The fact that we go into Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and beat a team that was 52-1 in the previous 53 games of us going in there, and I hear so much about how tough the SEC is, but I haven't seen any of those teams go into Alabama and win either. So I feel pretty good about our team, and I think over time this whole thing will play itself out. So we got to focus on what we need to do Saturday and play our best football.
So there you go. Steve Sarkisian thinks Texas has the best win of any college football team today after they went into Alabama in the second week of the season, beat the Crimson Tide 34-24. Roger, I mean that's got to be up there in wins for signature wins for a team this year, right? I mean, you got to kind of agree with Steve there.
Yeah, and there's no doubt about it. But they're at one loss, so already you have enough undefeated teams. So it's going to be the question is, where do they land, as you said, with the win-loss teams? Does the committee, they're not going to admit it, take into account that now Texas is playing with a backup quarterback? We don't know how long that's going to be. It doesn't matter, but it matters a little bit because it gives you a snapshot of what they're thinking. But we've seen so many years, this going on since 2014, where that 4 spot, 5 and 6, they keep changing, and all of a sudden that last one, someone will jump in there. So I mean, it's a TV show tomorrow night as well. So it'll be. Here's the thing, though,
Gotta
Billy.
put good TV on there.
Here's the thing. They haven't been in the college football playoff conversation since it started. Think about that. So at least they're going to be in that. They'll be in the top 10. They'll be in those teams on the outside. What do they have to do to leapfrog, especially if they become a bigger group of one-loss teams? If the undefeated teams keep rolling, now Big Ten will play itself out and some things like that. And Georgia, if Georgia goes undefeated, they're in. Florida State goes undefeated, they're in. Michigan, Ohio State go undefeated, they're in. So now, what are you doing? If Washington goes undefeated, they're in. So all this could be for naught. But at least Texas, for their fans, they'll watch tomorrow with more. Hey, they got in the number 19 or something like that.
Right. Yeah, and I'm kind of thinking they're going to be sort of like 6, 7, somewhere in there probably. Meaning, if it's next year, they're comfortably in, because
that will be real interesting once this rolls around next year.
Yeah, because the top 12 teams get in next year, and then it's an actual playoff rather than just a semifinal and a final. But this is this year, and only the top 4 get in. So we're going to have this conversation. I mean, the CFP rankings will come out every Tuesday until it's time to actually start playing the semifinals and then the national championship game. So we'll be having this conversation quite a bit, and after all, isn't that what this is designed to do anyway?
Yeah, you want to be sitting on there that Sunday, December 3rd, wondering. Fortunately, on that day, they do it pretty early, so you don't have to agonize too long. But that's all. If Texas wins, they'll have a chance either, A, to get in that top 4, or at least get into one of the group of 6 bowl games. But K-State's going to be a tough task on Saturday.
Yep, and again, 11 a.m. on Saturday. It is the Fox Big Noon kickoff game, so that's why it's bright and early. And next week's game against TCU, I believe, that's going to be
the 6-day window.
6-day window.
And good chance Iowa State could be a 6-game. You're allowed 3. Teams can be involved in 3 of those network windows. This is number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, rather, Iowa State could be number 3. And then, of course, we know the Tech game's prime time on Black Friday.
Yes, and that's just the 6-day window, just so you know. That's when the TV networks in the conference, they're going to figure out when they're going to play that game after the weekend's games are done. So 6 days before
best matchups
they schedule it. Yeah,
they want to have the right to wait until they know what the matchups are for sure.
They got to put good TV on the air.
Yeah, and the only one set is Iowa State and BYU, and I know they're not happy in Ames because that's a 9:15 local start next Saturday night out in Provo, Utah. So I'm sure they're not thrilled about that late start time.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
All right, so 11 a.m. Saturday, Texas takes on number 25, Kansas State. So another top 25 matchup in the Big 12. Like we said earlier, that's going to be on Fox. So we're going to leave that here. Thank you for watching Horns Report. For Roger Wallace, I'm Billy Gates, and we will talk to you again soon.